If you're looking for the best DSCR loan New York has to offer, look no further than OfferMarket for rental financing in the Empire State. From Long Island to New York City to upstate New York, whether your strategy is long-term rentals or short-term rentals on Airbnb and VRBO, we can provide you with the lowest interest rate, highest leverage, and lowest fees. Let's take a closer look. DSCR loan requirements are determined by straightforward guidelines that assess your rental property and your creditworthiness. This video is accompanied by an article that details New York DSCR loan requirements. Here are the most important items. DSCR loans are business purpose loans. Most lenders, including OfferMarket, require that title be held in an LLC or corporation. We require a tri-merge credit report, which is a hard pull of all three credit bureaus. We ignore the highest score and the lowest score. Your mid-score must be at least 660, and though you should ideally have a credit score of 720 or higher in order to qualify for the highest LTV and lowest interest rate. We will want to see a clean background report. Any concerning items will require a letter of explanation and review by our loan committee. For purchases, we will verify you have enough liquidity to cover the down payment, closing costs, and 9 months of mortgage payments. For refis, we will want to verify you have enough to cover any closing costs and 9 months of mortgage payments. To verify liquidity, we request 3 months of bank statements, which can be in your personal name or your business entity. You can also use brokerage accounts, though we can only count 50% of retirement accounts. While we are able to fund first-time investors with no verifiable experience, we are a track record lender and we provide more favorable terms to experienced rental property investors. Unlike conventional loans and bank loans, we do not need to verify your personal income. We do not request tax returns and we do not require a W-2. We order an appraisal report to the as-is value, estimated market rent, and condition of the subject property. We then order a third-party appraisal review called a collateral desktop analysis, or CDA, from Clear Capital. Your property cannot be considered rural, and this can be a deal breaker in New York. Rural areas are characterized by low population, limited infrastructure, and limited liquidity if you needed to sell the property. To determine whether your property is designated rural, we recommend using the CFPB's Rural and Underserved Areas tool and speaking with a local real estate professional to determine how appraisers typically mark their appraisal reports. If the rural box is checked, the property would not qualify for our DSCR loan program. Once we have all of your underwriting inputs, we calculate your DSCR, confirm your loan amount, and lock in your interest rate. To calculate DSCR, take your monthly net operating income, or NOI, and divide it by your monthly mortgage principal and interest payment. Net operating income is rent minus operating expenses such as taxes, insurance, utilities not paid by the tenants, association dues, property management fees, and maintenance reserve. It's important to note that capital providers that buy our loans use DSCR formulas that may vary slightly. For example, property management and maintenance may not be factored in. As loan amount and interest rate increases, DSCR decreases. Minimum DSCR guidelines can change, but typically a DSCR of 1.1 or higher is required to qualify for a given loan amount. Short-term rentals, or STRs, can be a more attractive operating strategy than long-term rentals in certain markets in New York. If there are concerns of oversaturation in the STR market or economic recession, your interest rate may be considerably higher than it would be for a long-term rental, and your LTV may be slightly lower. To refinance your STR, we may want to see 12 months of operating history. When we underwrite DSCR loans for short-term rentals in New York, we may use 80% of the AirDN, a rentalizer, for the rent input in your DSCR calculation. AirDN, a rentalizer, is a short-term rental calculator that uses Airbnb and VRBO data. DSCR loan interest rates in New York are generally competitive with conventional loans for investment properties and bank loans. DSCR loan interest rates can become volatile when the institutional investors that buy these loans, insurance companies, pension funds, mortgage REITs, become concerned about the housing market and health of the economy. During such periods of increased economic uncertainty, institutional investors may demand higher interest rates, lower leverage, and higher credit scores. We hope this DSCR loan overview was helpful. You can get instant quotes and pre-approval from OfferMarket by visiting offermarket.us/loans. We look forward to helping you grow your New York rental portfolio.